Hi, in this video I'm going to show how to draw a chrysanthemum with crayons and a pencil. So to get started you need a reference. I always recommend having a reference, otherwise you don't have a clue what the flower looks like while you're drawing. Actually, maybe I can leave that there. Get this arranged here. So this is watercolor paper, which is a very thick, sturdy paper. And you can use any type of paper you really want with when you're working with crayons. Okay. So what I do is I start with the lower flowers. What might help is to draw a real faint circle, kind of like this, for the boundary of the flower. Draw it real light so you know you can remove it later. And start putting in your flowers. So notice how these ones over here dip down and curl, and they always bow outward. Except maybe this one. But well, yeah, they tend to curve. This here isn't, well, maybe I shouldn't have said they always curve outward, because they do on the back side. And they always, well, it's a rule in general for flowers. They have a curve. So you don't want it to look straight and then like that. You want kind of like a curve one way and then the other. Let's do some pointed upward. Yeah, so the bottom points downward and around the edges. Then it kind of goes and curls upward. So notice how I'm keeping around the circle here. You always want to keep proportions in mind when you're drawing. That's one of the single most important things to getting an image right. How long this way to that way. And try and keep in mind how many flower petals you're doing. Are you approximating about the right amount? Now this has a lot of flower petals. And they're curling inward towards the center. So that one wasn't perfect. Now up here, they kind of just stick up like this. That's what I'm seeing. And then you got like these pointed inward. And they continue to get smaller. And very thin here in the very middle. Okay. So I see a few flowers. Petals down here I missed. Okay. So these lines, I can bring them all the way over to the center now. And time for a stem. So we'll use, now my reference doesn't show what color the flower is, But my mom looked it up online for me, and they are typically pink or yellow and occasionally red. So try and get all of these interesting notches. If it helps, do a shape like this to approximate the outer, now to give you the basic overall shape. It can get a little confusing. I didn't do that myself. Now with practice, you need to do less of that sort of thing. It's a very good idea for beginners. Let's see, erase a tiny spot right there. Don't feel afraid to use your eraser if you need it. All right. So, I said crayons. I'll get out some relevant colors here. Yellows and some greens. Couple greens, a black. Let's see, what else? A brown. Well, that's probably a green. Let's see. Actually, you have to get started. So I'm making this a yellow flower. So I'm filling in each individual petal here. Now, a lot of artists will pay for something such as a, this is smearing the pencil a bit, oil pastel. And crayons really are not that different from an oil pastel. And if you can't afford oil pastels or you already have crayons around the house, you can practice very much. It's about the same technique, really. They layer a little better, oil pastels, and well, maybe able to. Well, you can't really get more colors in them. Okay, that is smudging a little more than I thought it would. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and shade them. Shade and kind of re-outline these little petals. So right now I'm going over the outlines again. Don't worry if it looks kind of like a mess and you lost detail. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Okay, so this is starting to look better. Be careful where you rest your hand, because sometimes your hand can smudge things. That really can be a problem. So it's not looking too bad. Now I'm going to do the actual shading. So I got the outline. And do, as you can see here, I push that up a bit. It is it needs shading here and over here, a bit more on this side. It's almost black in the drawing, so why not actually imitate that? Okay, so that looks like a reasonable flower. A little bit of a pencil smudge right there. Now this particular pencil, the eraser extends. If you don't want to use up the eraser on a clicker pencil, you might want to get your own separate eraser, because that happens far too easily. See, I like this green, so I'm going to use this. Let's see, there's a remnant of a line here. Keep in mind here, all I've used so far is a clicker pencil and crayons, and that is all I intend to use. Oh, you can sharpen crayons with a regular pencil sharpener. Okay, so I'm going to go over our lines with the black again. Okay, a little detail into the leaf here, so you can see that better. All right, and there you have it, a chrysanthemum. Let me see. I did say chrysanthemum. Yeah. A chrysanthemum made out of crayons. And don't forget to sign your masterpiece. Thanks for watching.